keep the music playing.
Today's news and weather is brought to you by the Backyard Bar, Stage, and Grill. Check out upcoming shows at backyardwaco.com.
From the News 10 newsroom, I'm Keisha Lopez. New developments in the Belton High School murder trial. Both the state and defense rested their cases in the trial of Kaysen Allison. The teenager is accused of the deadly stabbing death of classmate Joe Ramirez back in 2022. The defense grilled the victim's stepbrother about what he told police at the hospital, and the accused's mother revealed bloody images of her son, saying that her family did not hesitate to let police into their home. The jury returns on Monday morning, while the judge meets with both sides today to go over final charges. And you can now view the 2023 accountability rating for most school systems and campuses statewide. After the 2-year court battle, the ratings are finally available and posted to a website called txschools.gov. All you have to do is either type in your district's name or your address, and the website finds the school or ones near you. Each marker has a letter grade that shows the district performance ratings. From the News 10 newsroom, I'm Keisha Lopez.
Yesterday's showers and thunderstorms have completely cleared the area, and while our next big storm system won't be moving through until the middle of next week, we still do have a rain opportunity today. Morning temperatures starting out in the upper 50s for some, low to mid 60s for most, will warm into the low to mid 80s this afternoon, with a little bit of some sunshine returning this afternoon. Could also be some patchy morning fog out there. A couple of scattered showers and storms may form today, with the best chances coming mid to late afternoon, especially for the southernmost reaches of our area. So if you live near I-14, Highway 190, and points southward, expect a few scattered showers and storms late today. From KWTX, I'm First Alert Meteorologist Sean Bellafiore.
TGIF, hey, it's Friday. We're live at the Backyard Bar, Stage, and Grill. Zack Owen Show brought to you by Waco Realtors, the Eastland Group. I got Scott Bland with me today from the Heart of Texas Builders Association. We call it HOTBA. And we're going to talk about building. We're going to talk about Waco, just everything that comes up. We may even throw some Secret Service stories in there. You never know. But let's kick it off, Scott, the way we do every morning.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light, which so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we walked was so gallantly streaming. And the rockets like
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Welcome to the Friday show. Here we are wrapping up the week. Scott Bland is with me this morning. Scott, we got a lot of things to do this morning. Warren Rue Band is going to be here in the 9 o'clock hour. Play us some music. We got country music, trivia, history, whatever you want to call it. We've got some birthdays to do this morning. We'll check in with the Pete Sousa show and talk about sports later on this morning. Nashville Cat will be here to give us Nashville gossip and news, and you never know, we may throw some classic videos in as well. We're here at the Backyard Bar, Stage and Grill, which is kind of, I don't know if the boys that own the backstage really understand me and alcohol, but they give us a key to the door and say, just come on in, do your show. You know?
That's dangerous.
It is dangerous. Scott Bland is here. Scott, tell us a little bit about you, where you grew up, and kind of school and how it all evolved to what you're doing now.
Sure.
Yes, move a little bit closer.
I'm born and raised here in Waco. Went to Midway High School. I was a kindergarten to graduation. We called ourselves survivors, the K to graduation kids. Graduated, went to Baylor. When you're a kid from the 80s and you go to Baylor, that's pretty much like going out of town.
Yeah.
Because that was long before Ninfas and Diamondbacks and
anything down there.
Nothing was downtown.
Crickets.
I think they put in the Buzzard Billies in like '94, and that was the first time anybody had a reason to go across the highway.
That's right.
I graduated Baylor, moved off. Went to the Metroplex, the Dallas-Fort Worth area. I was the son of a custom builder. My dad started the Jim Bland Construction in 1974, so I grew up in it. I've always said, and it is absolutely true, I haven't had a summer off since the 6th grade. I was either working at our ranch or I was working on one of Dad's jobs, picking up trash, doing whatever the guys needed me to do.
Yeah.
So when I graduated, it was kind of a natural thing to go to Dallas. Worked for David Weekley Homes and Highland Homes, a couple of very good production builders in Dallas. Highland Homes being a family-owned company, production builder, but they were family-owned, and it was a good company to work for.
Right.
In the year 2000, I had an opportunity to get to know the detail leader for incoming President George W. Bush, and he encouraged me to apply to the Secret Service, which I did.
Which is very interesting. We were talking about that before we went on. What made you? I mean, what you're doing this, and you grew up in this business, and then all of a sudden you just switch gears.
I was a political science major in college. Had always thought about federal service, but just did not want to go the military route or the local law enforcement route. I got the opportunity to work the Republican National Convention in Houston in 1994, and that kind of gave me an exposure to those guys, watching those Secret Service guys, running the magnetometers, running the details, things like that. It was always in my head from a very early age, so it was sort of happenstance to get to know Special Agent Jim Napolitano, Nappy, who was one of my favorite people in the whole world. And he guided me through the application process. It's almost a year-long process. Obviously, there was a whole lot that ended up going on towards the tail end of my application process when 9/11 hit.
Oh, yeah.
And I was blessed to be brought on and to get to spend almost 7 years as a special agent in Dallas-Fort Worth. In late 2006, it was my time to be detailed permanently to Washington, D.C. That's your career path. You spend the first 6 or 7 years in the field, then you go 6 or 7 years in D.C., and then you go back to the field and finish your career if you're going to do your 25 or 30 years.
Right.
And we had just adopted my daughter. She was just learning to walk, just starting to talk, all those things. And I just did not want to raise my daughter in Washington, D.C. I spent enough time up there, and the idea of her going to school up there and raising her there, having grown up here, was just so foreign to me. And it was, again, sort of those happenstance things in life. That was the same time when my dad was getting ready to retire and shut the business down. And in September of 2006, I told him don't do that just yet. Hold off on that.
Wait a minute, hold on.
Yeah, and then in May of 07, I retired my commission and uprooted the family and moved back here.
Came home.
And having left in 96 and coming back in 07, I can tell you, Waco was not anywhere close to the same town. When I left in 96, you could fly down Hewitt Drive like it was nothing. And when I came back in 07, I'm like, oh my God, I brought Dallas traffic back with me.
That's right. It's your fault.
Not gotten better. But we have been, I've been blessed ever since then. We adopted my son, which we would not have done if I had stayed on as an agent. I would not have put my wife through having to raise 2 kids while I was on the road all the time.
Oh yeah.
So it is. It's been a wonderful path, wonderful career path. I feel like every day I get up, it's just getting started. So I'm a long way from ending this thing. It's one of those when you enjoy what you're doing, when you enjoy being involved, it makes it easy to get up in the morning and go to work.
Oh yeah. You brought it up about going to Baylor and remembering nothing downtown, and I remember that. I got here in late 92, but I was here in 83, 84, early 85, and there was definitely nothing then. But it just happened a few weeks ago, a couple of months ago. I did Restaurant Week, brought in somebody, and I did the new owners of Diamondbacks. And it just happened to be the 30-year anniversary of Diamondbacks. And I have always said, Randy Roberts, Diamondbacks, that whole renovation of that old building, that spurred downtown.
100%. Yep.
And like you said, all the other things followed: Ninfas, Crickets, Buzzer, all that.
Revitalizing the convention center, the facelift of the Hilton, all those things. Just just a snowball effect. And Waco is Waco's not the sleepy little town it used to be. That's for sure.
It's funny because I've talked about this many times with friends. Would you be standing here? You pretty much would say, well, there was nothing over here, nothing going on. Let's don't go over there, da-da-da. And now Airbnbs, restaurants, it's amazing.
If I'm in this building in 1992, something's gone horribly wrong, and I'm probably not going to make it home. This was not a place that you wanted to be. Right? It has changed. It's changed so much for the better.
So much for the better. Scott Bland is our guest today. We're going to talk about home building, talk about the association, what's going on there. We got a lot of things to talk about. And, of course, Scott is so excited. He stayed up all night practicing his bad joke of the day that we'll pass on to you a little bit later on. We're going to take a short break. We'll come back and talk more right here, live at the Backyard Bar, Stage and Grill.
Apollo Neuro is a new kind of wearable that helps your body recover from stress. It's like a wearable hug for your nervous system that helps you calm down and feel better. The Apollo wearable will send gentle vibrations to your body, like a song you can feel instead of hear. You feel better. You sleep better. And you can get back to being yourself. Learn more at apolloneuro.com.
When you learn a language with Babbel, you start a journey that takes you further and further. Anytime and anywhere you wish. It's easy and fun. Broadens your horizons and keeps your brain fit. A journey into new thoughts, new cultures, new adventures. So what are you waiting for? Start your journey with Babbel now. Go to babbel.com or download the app.
BadCreditLoans.com is a pioneering service provider that has carved a reputation in the financial industry for its dedication to helping individuals with bad credit secure loans. By making timely repayments, borrowers can gradually repair their credit history, thereby increasing their chances of securing better loan terms in the future. BadCreditLoans.com serves as a beacon of hope for those with bad credit. Simple, fast, and reliable loan application process. And its commitment to responsible borrowing makes it a trusted partner in the journey towards financial stability.
Did you know nearly all stock price changes of 10% or more result from a single news headline? These news catalysts create trading opportunities every day. All you need is a little help to reach out and take them. It doesn't matter if your investment budget is small or big. All you need is Benzinga Pro and its powerful news alerts, price tracking, and portfolio monitoring. Subscribe now, and we'll skyrocket your portfolio today.
BosleyMD.com.
I've always had thin hair my whole life. It breaks off at a certain length. In the last 6 months, I've noticed it just really bad. I mean, you could totally see it. I wear a hat a lot. I tried several different products. My experience with the Bosley MD hair regrowth kit was amazing. It was easy to use. It let me take off my hat. I could go in public and have my picture taken and feel normal again.
BosleyMD.com.
I don't know, if Bubble wasn't here, I don't know what people would be doing, like making PowerPoints or something. Bubble allows you to make it real and for it to actually work. So I feel like Bubble bridges that gap and being able to give people the opportunity to make their ideas come to life really quickly too. I love that I can sit down and build something the way that I think it should be built and have the control over it.
Bubble turns ideas into fully scalable apps. Try Bubble today.
Hi, I'm Jo from Face Theory. You're going to want to have a specific goal for your skincare routine. What do you want to achieve? Active ingredients are really strong, and if you're using too many at once, your skin can get overwhelmed. Don't overspend on products. Choose products that have scientific research behind them. At Face Theory, if you're not happy with a product, just say so, just give us a shout and we'll give you your money back, no problem.
I know you're gonna love this Kodak Dot Plus printer. You guys just connect it to your smartphone and then you're gonna use the Kodak Photo Print app. It's going to print you a 4x6 photo. I am just in awe. I love how these turned out. Also, the printer comes with a free cartridge of 10 photo sheets. I can assure you, you are going to love this printer as much as my family has. You guys have to check it out for yourself.
Friday morning, back live, Backyard Bar, Stage and Grill, Zack Owen Show, brought to you by Waco Realtors, the Eastland Group. Also, my friends at Be Kind Coffee down on Washington Avenue. You need a cup of coffee this morning, homemade bagels, pastries, or maybe you need a bag of beans. You want to grind your own. They've got those too at Be Kind Coffee on Washington Avenue. My friends at Jack of All Trades Employment Services, going to put you to work. You need a JOB called JOAT. And Mike's Car Care Center on Sanger Avenue. Super nice people and somebody you can trust to work on your vehicle. Our sponsors of the show. Scott Bland is here. Scott, today, I got to let you know what today is. Today is Friday, April 25th. Today is National Hug a Plumber Day.
I got a few of those.
Do you have a go-to, being in the business, like in the real estate business, you got a go-to plumber?
We do.
Who's your go-to plumber?
Well, I've got two. Our primary plumber is Tom Walker, and he is he's wonderful. I'm sorry, Tom Morgan. Excuse me, I mixed up my names. Tom Morgan, and then our other plumber is Brian Walker. They're both awesome. Tom's been around a long, long time. He puts the expert in expert plumber.
I like it.
And we love him to death. Morgan Plumbing, and for us, most of the guys that we use are guys that work for contractors only.
Right.
They're not people that you're going to find in a phone book that you're going to call to come unclog your toilet, things like that. They're wonderful. Ryberg Plumbing's great for that. Shelton's great for that.
Yep.
Stas, those guys are wonderful. Emergency services, things like that. But they don't have time to do the residential work from the ground up like the contractor only guys do. And so but those guys, like I would even sometimes, if I've got an emergency at my house, I'd reach out to one of my buddies at Ryberg because I know they could get somebody over there quick.
But here's the question. Would you hug Tom or Brian?
If I thought I could get into my job sooner, yes, absolutely, without question. Yeah, I'm not above that.
Okay, today is National Hug a Plumber Day, so hug your plumber and tell him to pull up the back of his pants, okay? There's always that crack hanging out. International Noise Awareness Day. I just happened last night. Andrea and I watched the documentary on the band that was here last Saturday. They're called Back in Black, the AC/DC tribute band. There's a big, long documentary about them, and it was amazing. He was talking about going to actually auditioned to be the new singer, the kid with the man, he's an older guy now, with AC/DC. And every one of the band members, their hearing was almost gone.
Mm-hmm.
Angus, all of them, because of the loud. So anyway, be aware of that. National Lingering Day. Almost said lingerie, but it's lingering.
Actually, no, it's lingerie.
Is that lingerie?
That's
You
his
sure it's not
lingerie.
lingerie?
That's lingerie.
Okay.
Yeah, and I'm not hugging my plumber if he's in lingerie. So
I was going to say, if your plumber wears lingerie today,
I mean, again, if he's on my job working,
hey,
I guess I can overlook it, but I ain't hugging him.
He's going to show that crack one way or another,
way or
I
the
guess. So National Lingerie Day. There you go. Enjoy some of that. National Hairball.
Yeah.
You have a cat?
No, but no, just that's a little too close to National Lingerie Day. Yeah, in the 70s, those two would have been could have been related.
I love it.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah.
Okay. So National Hairball Awareness Day, Red Hat Society Day. You see women having lunch together with their red hats. And today is National Arbor Day. America's first Arbor Day took place toward the start of the 1870s when Congress established Yellowstone National Park. And there you go.
Yep.
I know over in Woodway, we have the Arboretum, and they're getting ready for their big celebration over there. What's it called? Arbor Days or something like that. Anyway, going on over there. That's a beautiful place.
It is. It is. It's a crown jewel for Woodway.
It is, very much. Scott and I are neighbors. I live, and he lives directly kind of catty corner across the street. He's in the big house, the big house, the big 2-story house. Kind of like, remember the old George Jones, Tammy Wynette? We live in a 2-story house. And I know as a builder, a lot of you builder guys like to build houses and live in them a bit and then resell. And by the way, if you would like to buy Scott's house, and me being a realtor, I can help you.
Yeah, that one's for sale. Yeah, the next one's not.
All right, let's talk about that. Let's just jump right into the home building situation before we talk about HOTBA. But tell us about your homes and what maybe sets you a little bit different. And do you have I don't know what the word would be, a rule or whatever, I'm only going to build this size home or this, you know what I mean? You do it all.
We do.
Okay.
We do. We're 100% custom. So we have very little inventory. We have a few lots just because it's always a good idea to have some lots, have a place to build a house for someone if they don't already have land. But primarily what we do is somebody comes to us, they already own their lot, they own their land, and they're ready to build, ready to design. We can help them with the design work all the way through the process. But we build very few spec homes, which makes me not a good builder for a realtor to partner with because we don't build many specs. So I'm kind of a boring builder as far as that goes. But I do like to build a spec every once in a while because the nice thing about specs is those are the ones you can kind of have a little bit of freedom and have some fun and do a little bit of different things.
Do what you want, what you like.
Yes. But our business model is we don't make any of the choices for you. And so for us, we use the tagline of your partner in building because if we're building your house, it is a partnership.
Right.
It has to be.
Right.
So what I always find is if I make the decision for you, I get to do it twice. And I'd rather not do it twice. So there is a lot of interactivity between our designer, our project manager, and the client in making sure that at the end of the day, they get the house they dreamed that they wanted. So we don't, 8,000 square foot house, 1,800 square foot house, it doesn't make any difference to us. We're more about relationships and wanting to work for good people.
You know, I think of a story about a home builder that was a very good friend. His wife traveled with us on the Zack and Jim Travel Club. Steve Patrick, who passed away here a while back.
Good man.
A great guy. I remember Steve was a loyal listener of our radio show, and at that time, we were either building a house and we were just going around looking, or we were anyway. And one thing I noticed, this has been many years ago, one thing I noticed is it was when flat screen TVs were getting popular, but some of the builders were still putting the big cabinets into the wall and all that. And one day on the radio, I said, hey, home builders, the future is flat screen, and don't do that. And about a week later, Steve Patrick came up and he said, Zach, I never even thought of that. He says, thank you for that idea. I said, I'm never going to do that again. But Steve, a great guy. Jimmy Fielding, another leader in the community.
Mr. Jimmy. Yep.
A great guy, passed on, but happy to be friends with both of those guys. But do you I want to two things I want to ask you. What's the craziest thing that a builder, a homeowner asks you to put in a house? Something that kind of stands out that's really different.
Well,
I will tell you, one of the first things I ever saw that I thought was different that I'd never seen before years ago was in the main bathroom, the ensuite, the drawers that had the plugs for your hairdryer, the ladies' hair dryers. I thought that was cool.
Yeah, it was crazy at the time, and this was back in 2010, maybe 2011. And I was building the house for Mike and Joy Bidwell. God rest Mike's soul. Mike passed away recently. He ran Dwyer Group here locally. Wonderful, some of my favorite people. And they were coming in from Arizona. And in Arizona, they did not put water lines in their slab. Drain lines only, because the worst thing that can happen to your home of anything else is getting a leak in your slab. Because most of the time you get a water leak in the slab, it's going to go down because of gravity. And you're not going to know it's leaking. And over time, it's going to take that soil under your slab and turn it into mush, and your foundation's going to crack.
Wow.
No matter how good your engineering is, no matter how good the house is, if you get a slab leak, it's very likely going to lead to a foundation failure.
Right.
Well, we had just started doing the foam insulation. Foam on the walls, foam on the roof decks. Now, now the attics are within 4 or 5 degrees of temperature of the house.
Right.
So Mike came to me with this radical idea of what they did in Arizona, which was they ran one main water line in to a spot, came up a wall, and then loops through the attic. And my first reaction was, well, everything's going to freeze, Mike, in the wintertime. He goes, no. You got the foam insulation, the attic's going to stay 4 or 5 degrees temperature of the house. As long as the house is not freezing, it's not going to freeze in the attic. And I said, you know what? You're absolutely right. And so we did his house with 2 manifolds. The plumbing came into the manifold and then spread out to the rest of the house. And 5 years later, 6 years later, everybody was doing it. It started with Mike Bidwell bringing that idea to me, and sounded like the craziest idea ever. I have never put water lines in the slab since then, not one, because it is such a great advantage.
Right.
And it was such a smart idea, and that was a crazy idea at the time, but turned out to be a really, really good idea and a really good way to do things.
And you brought something up, and I think is one of the greatest things ever for a home is the foam insulation.
Absolutely.
It is amazing how I'd never lived in one until this house. And in the past, you would go up in the attic to do something, and literally you'd be up there and you'd burn up. Now you walk up there. Yeah. First time I opened that door and stepped in, where I go, oh my gosh. And your electric bill, oh my gosh.
Yeah,
anyway.
The one thing you have to do, we have to, especially older people like me, we have to educate them on, with foam insulation, you have to not mess with the thermostat. So you want to leave the thermostat at whatever temperature you want it to be, leave it. Because the hardest that system works is the day you turn it on. Mm-hmm. After that, the foam sort of turns your house into like an igloo cooler. Mm-hmm. And the last thing you want is to let it warm up during the day and then have to cool it back down.
Correct.
Because it has to run and run and run to cool it back down. Because remember, it's cooling from the floor all the way to the roof deck.
Yep.
But once it sets that temperature, it's just got to kick on for a minute at a time, every 30 minutes, 45 minutes, just to regulate the temperature. That's all it's doing. But if you leave during the day and set it to be 10 degrees higher during the day and then start cooling at 4 o'clock in the afternoon when you come home, you're going to burn way more energy and spend way more money doing that than just setting it at 72 or 70 or 74 and leaving it and just not touching it again. And sometimes for us older people, it's hard not to want to monkey with it, but that is the best way and the most effective way to use that system. And it works great.
Scott Bland, my guest. We're talking about home building. We got lots more to talk about. But right now, let's check in, see what's happening in the world of country music news. And we'll check in with my friend Nashville Cat coming up next.
Today's edition of Nashville Cat on the Zack Owen Show Live is brought to you by Be Kind Coffee. Be Kind Coffee's ultimate goal is to promote kindness. 1534 Washington Avenue. Sit down and stay a while. Be Kind Coffee is open Monday through Friday at 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday and Sunday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. BeKindCoffeeCrew.com.
A 26-year-old man was arrested in Nashville after he made a bomb threat in Morgan Wallen's bar. He wrote, "I have a bomb, don't be a hero," on his receipt. When security found the guy, he claimed it was all a big joke, but he was still charged with a Class C felony, which carries 3 to 15 years in prison. An early ACM award was given out yesterday. New Male Artist of the Year was Zach Top. As for country music today, John Party said, "I don't know what country is anymore. If a song has some semblance of country, it's automatically stamped as country music." And finally, Willie Nelson's 77th album, Oh What a Beautiful World, is out today with all covers. I'm Nashville Cat on the Zack Owen Show.
Here we are back at the Backyard Bar, Stage, and Grill. Scott Bland is with me, home builder. All right, we talked about one of the craziest things in a house that you can remember. What do you see in the future? I know you've got to keep up with, what's going on. You go to conventions and things like that. What can we see down the road?
Well, what we're already seeing now and is actually it's brilliant. It's what we should be doing, and we call it future-proofing. So if you're going to build a new house, you should do it with an eye towards, is this house a house I can age in? Or is this a house that as I get older, I'm going to have to spend a lot of money doing renovations and things like that? So, making sure your doorways are wide enough, your hallways are wide enough, making sure you've got a bathroom that you can maneuver in if you had to be in a wheelchair on a walker or something like that. Sure. Or you've got an aging parent that you bring in, and designing the house in such a way that it can accommodate those things. So if that time comes, or really realistically when it comes for all of us, you're not having to expend a lot of money and effort and time into renovating your house. It's ready to go. Some of the things that are coming out now, pneumatic elevators that take up very little space. They're not nearly as expensive as a traditional elevator to help in a 2-story house, so you don't have to maneuver the stairs and things like that. So there are things that are coming that are going to make it easier to do that future proofing. And it's not the sexy thing, and it's not the audio video systems and all those fun things and the media rooms and the wine rooms, and those are great. Right. But the future proofing is the thing that if you do it now, you really think your future self will thank your younger self for doing it.
I think another thing, and you may agree or disagree, is over the years, the outdoor living space has been become more and more important. The back porch and what they have, the grills, the outdoor kitchens.
Yeah, we talk about when we do design work. The reality now is we don't live in the front of our houses anymore. It's not not the 50s and the 60s when we hung out in the front yard or on the front porch and everybody knew their neighbors and all of this. We spend our time in our backyard. So when we're designing a house, we will talk to our client think about where you put your money.
Yes.
So if you want the big, huge front porch and the big wraparound front porch and all that, that's great. If you want it from a design standpoint and it's what you want to look at and see, that's fantastic. But understand that's a lot of money. You're putting a lot of money into an area of the house that you may not use much, and you might rather put that money into a big backyard, a big party backyard, or an outdoor kitchen, or a pool, or something along those lines, because we spend so much more time. The other thing, too, is about orientation. Thinking about how you build your house. Which direction is it facing? An east-facing house is not a good idea in our climate.
Right.
You're not going to be able to use that backyard much in July or August unless you design it in such a way that you can put screens on, design your patio in such a way that you can put screens in to then mitigate that sun and make that patio usable again. So all those things, we bring those up at the design stage because they're the things you're not thinking about at that time. You're thinking about what the bathroom's going to look like, the master bedroom, all this. And so that's why working with a builder, especially an experienced builder who's been around a long, long time and grew up in this, and this is their whole life.
Yeah.
That's why we're there, to think of those things so that in July and August, you're not cooking in your backyard and not using your backyard anymore.
Yeah, there's much more than a double oven nowadays and a standalone like a cloth foot tub.
Although now you get the oven that will tell you when it's done preheating, and get the refrigerator my refrigerator will text me if the door's left open too long.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy. And you brought up that deal about the pneumatic elevator thing. I saw something about that the other day, and it said, easy to install,
very
easy to maintain, yada, yada, yada. That's pretty neat.
And we call them bank teller the bank teller elevator.
Or
So
like-
it's like
what was
the
the old,
pneumatic tube that goes, you put in the thing and it goes back to the teller and they send it back to you. That's the same technology.
What was the old sci-fi? Was it Star Trek or something? And they went in the tubes or whatever. But that's what it could be like.
That might have been the Jetsons, actually.
Jetsons.
Yeah,
I
might
love
have
the
been
Jetsons.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, the nice thing about those too is it's powered by air. So if you're in it and the power goes out,
Yeah.
the air will just release. It'll gently lower you back down.
There you go.
They're great. That's the next big thing, I think. And we hardly ever see elevators in a residential home because it's not just the expense, but it's also making the space for them. They take up a lot of space.
Yep.
Where the tube elevators have a 37 to 42 inch footprint. That's it.
Their boy Elroy. Jetsons. I don't know. Anyway.
If we can't get the flying cars, we can at least get the tube elevator.
Spacely Sprockets was where he worked. Remember
That's right.
that?
That was the boss. Yeah.
There you go.
It was basically Flintstones in space.
It was the Flintstones in space. Exactly. Kind of like Clutch Cargo and Haji. Anyway, hey, here we are talking to Scott Bland about cartoons, about home building. We're going to talk about the Heart of Texas Builders Association. Warren Rue Band is going to be coming up 9 o'clock to play music for us. We got some country music history. We got birthdays to do this morning. Sports with Pete Sousa. So much to do here on a Friday, and today is an 85 day. You know why I say that? 85% chance of thunderstorms and 85 for a high temperature. 85 day today. So get out and enjoy. We got some heavy rain yesterday.
We did.
I have a problem in my backyard, very tiny backyard. And last spring, remember that spell where it rained hard every day? It wiped out 2 sections of my grass. The rain gutters just couldn't handle it.
Yep.
And so I'm trying to regrow, and I just recently got it, and then the rain hit yesterday real hard. So we'll see if that works out. Anyway, we're going to talk more with Scott. A lot more to come your way. Let's take a short break. We'll come back right after this.
Streamline event and appointment booking with Amelia's sleek, modern, and fully customizable booking forms. Tailor the colors, fonts, and design to match your brand and seamlessly integrate with your WordPress website. Whether it's for events or appointments, Amelia makes booking simple, stylish, and perfectly aligned with your business. Enhance your booking experience today at WPAmelia.com. That's WPAMELIA.com. Amelia. Welcome to Kit Bag, the ultimate destination for football fans. Whether you're cheering for Arsenal, Chelsea, Manchester United, or any other top club, we've got your team's colors running through our veins. From official replica kits to custom player prints of your favorite stars like Ronaldo, Messi, and Kane, Kit Bag is your one-stop shop for all things football. Powered by Fanatics, we deliver to over 180 countries, ensuring you get the gear you need fast. For true football passion, think Kit Bag. Visit kitbag.com today. That's KITBAG.com. Kit Bag. For 75 years, Nalgene Outdoor has been your trusted companion, fueling adventures and helping protect the planet. We're committed to reducing waste, improving access to clean water, and providing simple, safe, and sustainable products for you and your family. No gimmicks, just durable, well-designed bottles built to last. Join us in our mission to amplify life, not complicate it. Because at Nalgene, what goes into our bottles matters as much as the adventures they fuel. Explore more at nalgene.com. That's NALGENE.com. Looking for tickets to the hottest shows, games, and events? Ticket Liquidator is your one-stop shop for great prices, no hassles, and guaranteed tickets. Since 2003, we've been connecting buyers and sellers, providing access to sold-out events at prices lower than most secondary market options. Whether it's sports, theater, or concerts, our massive nationwide network ensures you get the tickets you want, guaranteed. For the best seats at the biggest events, start with Ticket Liquidator today at ticketliquidator.com. That's TICKETLIQUIDATOR.com. Ticket Liquidator.
I'm Hunter, the founder of Hello Cake, and today we're digging into ED meds. The number one thing we hear is that guys are sick of waiting for ED meds to kick in. Traditional ED meds take about an hour to kick in as they have to go through your digestive system, where Hello Cake's ED medication dissolves under your tongue and works in about 15 minutes. That's about 3 times faster than traditional ED medication. Curious about ED meds? Go to hellocake.com.
Tervis is all about staying hydrated with style and durability. You can trust Tervis tumblers to keep your drinks the perfect temperature, hot or cold, for hours. From the classic insulated tumblers to sleek stainless steel water bottles, each product is built to last and comes in endless designs to match your personality. Stay refreshed and express yourself with Tervis. Visit tervis.com today and find your perfect tumbler.
Since our founding, we've been revolutionizing hair removal with cutting-edge technology and a commitment to empowerment. The U-Like Air 3, launched in 2023, ushers in a new era of sapphire ice cooling technology, offering nearly painless hair reduction in just 3 weeks. Experience the future of hair removal today at ulike.com, because at U-Like, beauty is about looking and feeling good. That's ulike.com. U-Like. With Ease US, make studio quality voiceovers for your videos online in over 149 languages and dialects, featuring 468 natural AI voices. Customize the volume, mood, and pauses to perfectly match your content. Plus, capture high quality videos with no watermark. Record your screen, webcam, and voice, and save them instantly to your computer. Never been easier to create professional grade videos and voiceovers. Try it today at easeus.com. That's EASEUS.com. Ease US.
Visit roguemediamusic.com for more music.
Back live, Backyard Bar, Stage, and Grill. Scott Bland from the Heart of Texas Builders Association is here, also home builder. Scott, let me ask you this question about home building. And you know, we hear so much nowadays about the tariffs, and everybody says lumber's going up, plywood's going up, nails are going up. What do you think? Give us your opinion on that.
Well, I'm part of a national buying group of small builders. It's called CBUSA. We're actually putting us all together. We're the 4th biggest builder in the nation when you lump us all together.
Oh, nice.
So I get a weekly commodity report.
Okay.
And the good news is our softwood products, the thing we use mostly to build homes, studs, trusses, OSB, plywood, those costs have actually gone down.
Really?
And they've gone down because, number one, the tariff on softwood products has been suspended.
Okay.
It does not apply. They pulled it off.
Nice.
And the other thing is, because we're in this interest rate climate and all this bad news of the tariffs, demand has pulled back. So those two things have caused those products to go down. That's the good news. The bad news is we've got increases in other areas. Steel has gone up incredibly, 20% since January. So things like metal roofs, that is substantially more expensive now than it was then. Our appliances have components that come from overseas. So we're seeing 5, 10, 15% increases on things like that. So we're getting increases in some areas. We're getting some things sloping down in others. So it's not all bad news. This is, to me, it's a lot like we went through the same thing in Trump won his first term. I think people forget about that because it was long enough ago that we forget. But the first part of his first term, there was panic then too about tariffs, mainly on our side, tariffs against Canada, the things that they just suspended, and concern that we were going to have our costs skyrocket. We got through that. We're going to get through this just fine. We do have an administration. You've got builders that are very sensitive to the fact that cost of housing is going up. And for us, it sounds counterintuitive, but I want to get the prices down as low as I can too, because I know if I don't, I'm not going to get to build the house. If the price comes in too high, they're not going to build it.
Right.
So we've got to manage those numbers and get those down, and that's something that we deal with, the state legislature deals with. It's the reason why I'm so involved in our local association, as well as the Texas Association of Builders, because that's where we can advocate for laws and regulations or the easing of regulations to try to help get some of these costs down and make it more affordable.
How
the
much?
affordable housing has become an oxymoron, and that's we've got to get back to that.
How much, because I asked you about, the first thing I said was lumber, the cost of lumber. How much of that do we really get from out of the America, out of the United States? How much lumber do we really bring in, the lumber yards and whatever?
We used to get the vast majority from Canada. And for us as a builder, I don't have a choice on that. I buy from the lumber yard who buys from a distributor.
Sure.
So the reason we got it from Canada is because the Canadian government, they put massive supplements on their soft good industry, which brings their prices down. So when they bring them in, they're undercutting American producers. What Trump did in Trump 1 was he put tariffs on Canadian soft good products that brought the price up and made it even with American producers. When that happened, we started getting the majority of our stuff from American producers. So we're seeing the same thing now. Again, that's governments. That's the way they do things. But that's where it kind of dictates where we get those things. But it's always good to see us getting our stuff from American producers and not seeing prices go up.
Right. I was shocked, nothing to do with building, but I was shocked the other day when I saw some report that said, I want to say 95%, which is a huge number, 95% of all our clothes and shoes are made outside America.
Oh, yeah.
That's crazy.
The vast majority of our steel comes out of Mexico, and that's the reason why it's shot up in price, because we've put the full tariff on Mexico.
It amazes me because, we talk about America and, rodeo America, and we wear Wranglers, but Wranglers are made somewhere else.
And steel was an American industry that built this country. So
it is.
Yeah.
Anyway, all right, Scott Bland, we're talking about home building these days. Another thing I always wondered about, because you talked about this, when a new neighborhood starts up, like the neighborhood we're in or down the street or whatever, as a custom builder or a spec builder, do you go, okay, and you want to kind of look at them and you buy the lot up at that time, or what's the process of that? How do you determine, hey, this is going to be a hot subdivision?
Determining whether it's going to be a hot subdivision is pretty easy. It's easy to see where growth patterns are. So, but as far as how you buy lots, that's a little bit market driven. So when things are slow, we don't buy lots right off the bat because we don't have to. Because we know that when I need a lot, it's going to be there and I'll go buy it when I need it. When things are moving and it's a hot market like we had a few years ago, then we have what are called lot draws. And before a subdivision is open for sale, lots for sale to the public, the developer will call in builders that he knows, and we will meet and we will draw numbers, which determine when you can pick the lots that you can pick, and you buy however many you want to buy at that time, and you get a contract for them and you nail them down right away before they go to the general public. That way we get the lots that we want, we're ready to go. So it just depends on what the timing is. So for me, again, when I'm looking at lots to buy, my first thing I look at is orientation. And if it's facing east, I'm not buying it. Because I don't want it to tell you as a realtor, if I got a spec house there, you can show it between the hours of 8 and 2, and never after 2 o'clock during the summertime. I want to build something. I want to build something in a spot that I would live in. Otherwise, I'm not going to build it.
Yeah, absolutely. All right, let's talk about Heart of Texas Builders Association, the building located over on Highway 6. How long has it been in that building? Do you have any idea? It's been there a long time.
Early 80s, yeah. You speak about Jimmy Fielding. Fielding and my dad and Ed Alford were the ones that spearheaded the building of that building. When you go in, you look to your right, there's a plaque that has the names of the builders that were involved. You'll see those names on there. I believe Stevie's there. Steve Patrick is there as well.
Wow. Well, tell us about the Builders Association. What's the main function?
The main function is to be an advocate for our industry. So mainly for us, it is it pays to have people at the state legislature lobbying for us to try to keep our housing costs down, to keep common sense regulations in place so that things don't get out of control. You got to have somebody who's advocating on your behalf. The main reason for membership is for that. Also so that we're educated on changes as they're coming down. So when there are code changes, we need to know ahead of time so we can adjust as we're going forward, so we don't get jammed up on an inspection later because we didn't know. It's kind of like the law. Yeah. Ignorance is no excuse for not doing something to code.
Yes.
So education, advocacy, that's the main purpose of it. The other purpose is, in this climate now, is in workforce development. And we had a great event yesterday at TSTC where a group of young people graduated from the building science department out there. McCoy's came out and gave all of them a bucket full of tools, brand new tools.
I love it.
Which is something that we've been doing for the last couple of years. We are trying to develop our workforce. We are in a position now where over 30% of our existing workforce is going to retire in the next 5 years, 50% in the next 10 years. And we're not replacing them. And when we talk about affordability, I have to pay more for a plumber or an electrician because I can't find somebody. And so the cost of it goes up. What people don't realize, and we do a bad job of advertising this, is the opportunities in our industry are amazing.
Oh, yeah.
We've got $80,000 a year jobs that we can't give away because we don't have the skilled workforce to take them.
Yep.
So plumbing certificate, electrical license, you're a master electrician, write your ticket. Work for a few years, get your experience, go out on your own, start your own company. Same thing with plumbing. They are premium cost now. The days of a house being 4 walls and a roof, that's gone.
Yeah.
The days of going to Home Depot or Lowe's, picking up a bunch of guys, going out and building a house, you can't do that anymore. It's too complicated.
Yeah.
The rules, the regulations, the codes, the things that we expect now in our homes, they need to be energy efficient. They have to perform. It's complicated. The guys, the guys and gals that we're gearing up to go to college, we need them on our jobs. We need them going over HVAC plans and engineering and the framers. I mean, you look at some of the roof lines of some of these houses, there's some serious math that goes on to figure out how to build. That doesn't just happen. So it is, and consequently, the value of those people goes way, way up. Their pay goes way, way up. And they're not jobs anymore. These are careers.
It's a career.
And we have got to get that word out. We've been doing it slowly. GWAMA, Greater Waco Advanced Manufacturing Academy, which is right here in Waco. Wonderful program. If you don't know anything about it, I highly suggest you look it up. That's trying to get our high school kiddos, junior high kids coming into high school, let them know what the opportunities are available in the construction industry and get them on that path. So if they want it, get them on that path, get them working towards it, and also show their parents the value in it. Because a lot of times, if you go to a parent and say, your kid ought to be a plumber. Yeah. Well, the first reaction is, I don't want my kid to be a plumber. Yeah, my kid's not going to be butt crack, man. That's not happening. They're going to college.
But they're going to get hugged today because
they're going to get hugged today.
Plumber day.
Yeah. But you show them what the earning potential is in that industry, and suddenly, well, wait, now that looks pretty good. I got a kid that I can send to a trade school, send to TSTC, get licensed, spend a fraction of what they would spend going to college.
A fraction.
Come out with no debt because it didn't cost them hardly anything to go to college. Plus TSTC has if you don't get a job and make a commensurate salary, they will pay you back for what you paid in your tuition.
Yep.
And you can make, starting out, these guys are making $40,000 and $50,000 a year, starting out.
Yeah.
So it's out there. The opportunities are out there. I would go on every radio station, every TV station I could, and get that message out. We've got to replenish our workforce.
I don't know if you ever watched the Charlie Kirk on TikTok or whatever, where he goes to the colleges and talks. And he says the exact same thing. He said, "You're missing the boat, kids. You're spending $200,000, $300,000, whatever for college, and you don't know what you're going to do, where you want to go when you get out. You need to be a plumber, electrician." A list goes on and on and on of skilled positions. My son, when he got out of high school, he said, "Dad," he said, I just don't want to go to college." He loved working with his hands. He loved that. He went to work right out of high school for the James Hardy Company, building Hardy board.
Great company.
He's been with them now 25 years and has moved up the ladder and loves that company and makes good money.
Well, and the other thing too that we also talk about is very important for parents to get this message. You have a kiddo go through high school, go to the trade schools, learn a trade, go to work in that trade. We are so desperate for people to come work in our industry. We will pay them to work and then go get that college degree if they want to get it. They can get it while they're working, and then it's paid for. So now you got, maybe you're not going to do it in 4 years. You got to change your mindset on the timing. It might be 5 years, it might be 7 years, but you're going to have a 24, 25-year-old with a master's certificate in plumbing or electrician or HVAC and a bachelor's degree in whatever, architecture, building science, whatever, and no debt. I mean, as the big bad businessman, that's a consumer. That's someone who's going to start a family. They're going to buy a house. They're going to buy a car. They're going to buy appliances because they're not $200,000 in college debt looking down the barrel of a $30,000 a year job.
Yeah.
So
I know a lot of car dealerships will do that for their technicians work on cars. They'll help you go through school and pay you to do it. Talking with Scott Bland about Heart of Texas Builders Association, and it's really funny because Scott lives across the street, and I did not actually, I think, meet Scott until just a few weeks ago at a Heart of Texas Builders big event y'all had that for real estate people, vendors, so forth over at Topgolf.
Yep.
Had a great time. So thank y'all for doing that. That
thank
was
you for being
fun.
here. Yep, that was a blast.
Fun time. And that's when I got to know Scott, and I said, I want to get him on the show and talk about that. What other events? I know you guys do Parade of Homes.
Mm-hmm. We do. Parade of Homes is coming up. I'm the president of the Builders Association this year, and so my parade house is it's the showcase house. We did sell it, which is always great.
That's
as
always
you know.
great.
Yes. So, and the folks that are buying it are wonderful people, as sweet as they could be. Love them to death. Actually, the husband is somebody I went to high school with. So it's
Really?
great people, and they understand that the house has to be open during the parade. It will show, and we've done that before. We always kind of tell our owners that. You might not want to. Don't follow people around. Now, I understand that you're gonna. It's your house, but it has to show. So it's going to have a parade of people going through it.
Yeah.
We've right now, I believe we've got 17 or 18 houses
Wow.
that'll be on the parade. So that's coming up. And then we've got we have a golf tournament every year in the fall. We're looking at doing a main event, an event at main event. That's hard to say without tripping over your tongue.
The main
like we
event.
did at Topgolf.
Yeah.
So again, that's an advocacy thing. We are trying to introduce people to the association, trying to show them value for their membership as being something more than just figuring out what's going on with the state government, the city government. It's also a way to network. It's a way for our subcontractors to meet other builders. Maybe the only way that ever meet some of these builders is by going to these events.
About how many builders that are actually building? There might be somebody that's retired but still active on the board, on the whatever. How many actual builders do we have in the Waco area?
I'm honestly, I don't know. One of the things that we advocate for every 2 years, but it gets shot down every 2 years. We advocate for licensing for builders.
Yeah.
So as of right now, the state of Texas is Wild West as far as general contractors go.
Right.
There is no licensing for residential builders in the state of Texas. For people like me, that's ridiculous. If you can fog up a mirror, you own a hammer, you can go out and be a builder.
Right.
And we would like to, that is a regulation that I think is a common sense regulation. We have our association will introduce that in the legislature every 2 years. Every 2 years, the large production builders are successful in defeating it.
Gets shot down, doesn't
it gets shot down because, and from their perspective, these guys may have hundreds of project managers, and their concern is if the state of Texas says every project manager has to be certified or licensed, that's a lot of money to them. So I understand it from their point of view, but they're not looking at it from the greater good.
Right.
And the greater good would be to have that licensing. That way, when a client comes to a builder, it's not just, they've been in business since 1974, they must be good. But if you've got a certificate on the wall, which at least something that says this, you've gone through some type of vetting process at the state to get a license to prove you know what you're doing.
Right.
And we don't have that in Texas. That is something that I wish we did, and we fight for that every 2 years.
Does association have a website? People can go get information off there?
It does. Heart of Texas Builders Association. Google that. I can't remember if it's .com or .org, and maybe .org because we are tax exempt. But we're Heart of Texas Builders Association, or you can search HOTBA, H-O-T-B-A, and you will find the website that way as well. Everything about the Parade of Homes, the schedules, all that, it will all be there. We will also get that out in, that should be going out in the newspapers in the next week or so.
Right. Scott, it's been a pleasure to have you on the show today. I appreciate it. And next time you're out mowing your yard, please just come across the street and mow mine too.
Yeah, ditto. That goes, yeah. You too.
Were you the one using the mobile dog groomer?
No,
I saw that roll up and
I definitely took notes.
I did too. I go, oh my gosh.
Yeah, I definitely took a picture of that van, and so I've got the number. Absolutely. Yeah, we got a couple of puppies that could be,
that's right.
Could definitely benefit.
Scott Bland, president of the Heart of Texas Builders Association, also a home builder, a super nice guy. Thanks for coming on the show. Sometime I want to have you back, and let's just talk about your day's Secret Service. There's got to be some crazy stories.
Yeah, I've got a lot.
And some serious stories.
A lot more. So I saw a lot more crazy things than that I have in home
building. That's right.
Yeah.
I love it. Scott cannot leave, though, before he tells the bad joke of the day. And we've got Warren and the posse over here. I call them the posse. Y'all have to laugh no matter how bad this joke is. So here we go. Scott Bland with the bad joke of the day.
Well, you gave me a joke to tell.
Yes.
And I'm going to deviate from the script in a good way.
Okay, I like it.
The bad joke of the day is this. Me Man's kitchen sink is drippy faucet, it's leaking. Wife, call a plumber. Calls a plumber, takes a month to get a plumber out there. Plumber finally shows up, spends about 30 minutes fixing the sink, hands the guy a bill, and the guy looks at the bill and goes, oh, wow, I'm a doctor and I don't charge that much for my services. And the plumber is just putting his tools away, says, yeah, I didn't charge that much when I was a doctor either. So, look into the trades, folks.
Look into the trades. Scott Bland, thank you so much, buddy, for coming in today. Have a great day. We're going to take a short break. We'll come back with some music here at the Backyard Bar, Stage, and Grill. Warren Ruban going to be here, so stick around. Back right after this.
Just use AmPace.
In Motion is more than just a name. It's a legacy of innovation. From supplying electric vehicle parts like motors and inverters since the 1960s to creating cutting-edge electric scooters, hoverboards, and unicycles. In Motion is shaping the future of mobility. Whether you're looking for industrial power solutions or accessible personal transport, In Motion has you covered. Explore our products and experience the future of movement. Visit store.inmotionworld.com today.
Is your Mac running slow? Mac Booster 8 is your all-in-one solution to clean up 20 types of junk files, remove malware and viruses, and protect your device. It also optimizes your Mac's hard disk, fixes disk permission issues, and cleans memory, all to boost your Mac's performance to the max. Get your Mac running like new again with Mac Booster 8. Visit macboost.net today.
Finding a sleep sack that my baby likes has been a struggle.
The sleep sack from Joy is a major upgrade.
It's all natural eucalyptus, which is breathable and hypoallergenic, which is really great for your baby's sensitive skin.
And it's made with Climatech, which regulates your baby's temperature.
You can also get Joy's crib sheets, which are made of the same super soft material.
Joy gave my baby comfort
and gave me peace of mind.
At Mapiful, we believe in celebrating your journey, past, present, and future. Our unique personalized products are designed to boost your confidence, elevate creativity, and honor what matters most. From custom home decor to meaningful gifts, we help you cherish the memories that make you who you are. Visit mapiful.com and start celebrating your story today.
Maud Lily is your go-to for stylish and affordable fashion that fits your life. Whether you're looking for the perfect swimsuit for a beach day, a chic dress for a night out, or cozy tops for everyday wear, Maud Lily has it all. Their extensive collection of swimwear, including bikinis, tankinis, and one-pieces, always keeps you on trend, while their dresses and tops come in flattering styles for every occasion. Visit maudlily.com today.
Natural Cycles identifies your fertile window by analyzing changes in your temperature. It's the first FDA-cleared birth control app. No hormones, no side effects, and 93% effective with typical use, and 98% effective with perfect use. Just measure in the morning, add your temperature into the app, then learn which days you can and cannot get pregnant. It's that easy. Learn more at naturalcycles.com.
A house is a property, but we live in homes. Home sweet home. Homes where the heart is. Home. There's no place like it. Homes are filled with memories and emotions. OfferPad knows this is your home, not your house. That's why we do what we do. Every day, we aim to deliver the best home buying and selling experience so you can spend less time real estating and more time living.
Visit roguemediamusic.com for more music.
Hey, we're back live. Backyard Bar, Stage and Grill, downtown Waco, 8th Street. Got a big lineup this weekend. Some great talent coming into the backyard. Make sure you come on out and join them. Hey, today, 85% chance of thunderstorms and a high of 85. And we got some hot music coming up here. Warren Rue Band. We're going to find out about them, get some music. But I want to give you a little heads up of who's going to be on musically next week on the show. We got Johnny Joe Ramos going to be on. Pedro Zamora, he'll be here. I understand he's an incredible accordion player, that this guy really rocks it out. Seth Sutton is going to be here to sing. Chris Ryland and Brax Franks Band. I think I pronounced it right. Anyway, Warren Rue is here. Warren, what's up, buddy?
How you doing, Zach?
I'm doing great, man.
All right.
I wish I could get that kind of hair you got on your beard on my head.
Takes patience.
How long you been growing that?
I'd say about 2 years now.
That's it?
That's it.
Wow. And what encouraged you to grow a beard?
I just like beards.
It's a thing to be doing,
it's
yeah.
a thing to do, yeah.
How does the girlfriend feel about it?
Oh, she loves it.
Is it a wife or girlfriend or both?
It's wife.
Wait a minute. I think he hesitated there for just a minute there.
Except when I'm at gigs,
yeah.
Then they're all like, groupies and stuff.
Sitting right next to you on your left, that's your son, Justin.
That's right.
And Justin has a little beard going. You say you just trimmed yours up.
Yes, sir.
And what encouraged you? Was it father pressure to grow a beard or just something to do?
He always gives me stuff about it.
I like it.
We got to look the same.
I like it. Now, I must admit, when you have a beard, it kind of hides your age a little bit, So when I first met you guys a while ago, I swear I thought you were brothers. I did.
Well, we're not going to talk about age.
Yeah, I don't like talking about it either.
Let's
But anyway,
show my age.
father, son, we've got Warren and Justin, and they're going to play some music. Let's kick it off this hour. What do you got for us?
All right. The songs we're going to do for y'all today is songs that myself and Justin have written. So they're originals. We're going to kick one off called Neon Love. All right? She's out looking for some neon love. All she wants is a one-time flame. She don't want a cowboy who's gonna try to sweep her off her feet. And she just wants a night of cheap motel romance. That's what she's thinking of. She's out looking for some neon love. She's going out, but not to paint a town. She's heading to the honky-tonk. That's her hunting ground. She don't want to drink, and she don't want to dance. What that woman wants is a one-night stand. She's out looking for some neon love. All she wants is a one-time flame. Yeah, she don't want a cowboy who's gonna try to sweep her off her feet. And she just wants a night of cheap motel romance. That's what she's thinking of. She's out looking for some neon love. She's looking good as she heads to the bar. He tries to buy her a drink, but it's not what he thinks. 'Cause he'll fall in love, she'll tear him apart. 'Cause when that night is over, she'll leave him with a broken heart. She's out looking for some neon love. All she wants is a one-time flame. Yeah, she don't want a cowboy who's gonna try to sweep her off her feet. And she just wants a night of cheap motel romance. That's what she's thinking of. She's out looking for some neon love. And she just wants a night of cheap motel romance. That's what she's thinking of. She can't get enough of that neon love. What that woman wants is neon love. Thank you.
Nice job. So you wrote that about how long ago?
Oh, it's been a little while. We've been writing songs for quite a while now.
I ask this about a lot of musicians because I'm the farthest from being able to write a song. Did that just come to you and you knocked it out pretty quick, or was it over a extended period of time?
Pretty much. I'd get an idea in my head and I'd pitch it to him, and we'd sit down and just pitch stuff back and forth until we come up with something. I don't know, just one day out of the blue, I was just thinking, neon love, neon love. Hey, that sounds like a song right there,
Yeah.
So that's kind of how we do it.
I like to tell this story. It's a great story, but talking about when something hits you and want to do it, I always tell the story about what I've heard, and of course I read it on the internet, so it's got to be true, but the story about Eddie Rabbitt being picked up in a limo to go to the studio to cut his album. This is a million years ago, and he needed one more song, just couldn't find that right song, and he's in the limo, it's raining, and the windshield wiper slapping out a tempo. I love a rainy night. He wrote that song on the way to the studio and became a major, major hit.
Yes, sir.
That's just crazy to me.
Sometimes they come out pretty quickly. Sometimes they take a while to get them written, but
you don't give up. I mean, if you have a thought and you think, man, that'd be great, you don't give up, do you?
No, we don't give up. I mean, we get writer's block, don't get me wrong, but it eventually comes together.
Yeah. Now, if I was to go out I saw you're in a Jeep out there or whatever, and I turned on the radio or however you listen to music, what do you like to listen to, both of you?
Oh, country music for sure.
Who's a favorite?
The 90s country, more like, George Strait, the usuals, Alan Jackson, those guys. Merle, I like some old stuff too.
Right.
Yeah.
Who do you like to listen to, Justin?
I'm a big Mike and the Moon Pies guy.
Yeah?
AKA Silverado now. Let me get that correct.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you can tell the difference in the age just by that, right?
Yes, sir.
Exactly.
I love it. Well, I got some country music history, things that happened on this date in history. And let's see here. Not really a whole lot of old stuff, but let's go back to 10 years ago, 2015. Little Big Town was on PBS TV, front and center. They performed there. What else went on? 2019, we had Chris Stapleton performs at a big benefit concert at Austin City Limits. And then in 2024, on this day, the Grand Ole Opry hosted Opry Country Classics. It featured performances by Susie Boggess, T. Graham Brown, Larry Gatlin, the Gatlin brothers, Don Schlitz, famous songwriter, and Marty Stewart. That ought to be a good one to go back and watch right there. But just a few things that happened on this date in country music history. We're going to take a short break, come back and talk more and listen to some more great music with Warren and Justin. So stick around here at the Backyard Bar, Stage and Grill. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to take your real estate career to the next level? Whether you're a seasoned pro or just getting started, Weichert Realtors, the Eastland Group, is the place for you. At Weichert, we provide cutting-edge technology, personalized coaching and training, proven systems to help you succeed, all in a positive, drama-free atmosphere. Our team is more than just a real estate brokerage. We're a family dedicated to growth, support, and real results. Call us today to schedule a meeting or visit theeastlandgroup.com to learn more.
Get paid faster with Bill, the easiest way to send, receive, and manage your payments. No more delays, no more hassle. Whether you're a freelancer or a business, Bill makes payments seamless and secure, simple, fast, and reliable. Sign up today at Bill.com. Overwhelmed by your inbox? Clean Email is here to help. Organize, clean, and manage your emails with powerful automation tools. Say goodbye to spam and clutter and enjoy a stress-free inbox. Try Clean Email today at cleanemail.com. That's CLEAN email.com. Cleanse your body of accumulated toxins and embark on your wellness journey at your own pace. At Global Healing, we provide premium supplements to help your body heal naturally. Combine that with OrganicHemp.com's top quality CBD for ultimate balance. Start your healing journey today at GlobalHealing.com and OrganicHemp.com. Unlock a world of convenience with Mully Box, your one-stop solution for personalized subscription boxes delivered right to your door. Each box is tailored to your tastes. Experience the joy of surprises. Subscribe today at mullybox.com. That's MULLYBOX.com. At Tusain's, we understand that maintaining a healthy lifestyle can be challenging, especially in today's fast-paced world. That's why our mission is to make fitness accessible to everyone, anywhere. Committed to excellence, we adopt a user-centric approach guided by ergonomics and medical science. With a team of seasoned professionals in R&D, design, and manufacturing, we prioritize quality across our entire product line. Visit Tusains.com today and start your journey to better health. That's TOUSAINS.com.
At Open Goal USA, we're revolutionizing training for both soccer and lacrosse with our innovative portable rebounders. Perfect for players of all ages and skill levels, our rebounders improve accuracy, control, and technique in both sports. Built with premium materials for durability and ease of use, they're ideal for training anywhere, anytime. Whether you're perfecting your soccer game or sharpening your lacrosse skills, Open Goal USA has you covered. Visit OpenGoAAALUSA.com and elevate your training today.
Relax with Hemp Delicious. Organically grown hemp, massively blended with delicious organic herbs, responsibly sourced for their holistic benefits. Each sip offers calming, antioxidant-rich wellness. Brewed just for you. Sip the calm with Hemp Delicious. Find your blend at hempdelicious.com.
Introducing Muck-Off's classic pink bike cleaner, powered by revolutionary nanotechnology that breaks down dirt and grime on a microscopic level while protecting your bike's delicate finish. Developed by our mad developer Alex and tested by riders, our products are made by riders for riders. Discover more at us.muc-off.com, where we break the mold to bring you the best in bike care.
Visit roguemediamusic.com for more music.
Hey, we're back live, Backyard Bar, Stage and Grill. It's Friday morning, 85% chance of rain, 85 for high temperature. My guests this morning on the stage here indoors, we got Warren and Justin, and they're from Little River Academy. And I was talking with Warren beforehand. He said, even though you live in Academy, you got to write Little River Academy on your mail. That's a long bit to write out there, isn't it?
It is. It always tries to correct you. Little River or Academy.
Why? I know this is probably a stupid question. Why is there Little River Academy? Why isn't there just one town?
Well, I can tell you this. I've lived there for over 18 years, and I have no clue why. I've never bothered to ask.
Is it like the Hatfields and McCoys? Is there a feud or
there
something?
Must have been a feud back in the day or something where they had to, we're going to call it both these names. I don't know. I don't know the reason why.
Yeah. It's kind of like Bruceville Eddie. Okay, is it Bruceville? Is it Eddie? Come on, let's just do one town.
Exactly.
I love it. Hey, let's talk a little bit about you, and you do have a band,
Yes, we
full
do.
band. Give us some of the guys' names that play with you.
Oh, let's see. We've got David Cannon. He's our fiddle and steel guitar player. I have Craig Lewis, who plays the drums, and he's been around. He can tell you some stories of all the stuff he's done in his life playing music. And fun fact about him, he's a farmer by day and a drummer extraordinaire by night.
I love it.
And then we have Josh Watson, plays bass for us. And, of course, Justin here, he's my lead guitar player. And, of course, I'm, rhythm and vocals.
What was the guy's name that played the fiddle?
David Cannon.
I'm going to tell you what, my hat's off to him, because those are the steel guitar and the fiddle. That's what country's all about. and I would love to be able to play either one of them, but I can't. So my hat's off to him for doing I'm sure he does a great job.
He does. He's really good at it. And when Justin and I were talking about forming a band, we talked about how we wanted it to sound. We wanted that 90s old style, maybe, that
Sure.
early 80s, type of sound that we were looking for. We play a lot of dance halls and, bars, VFWs, things like that. Haven't got on any big stages yet, but we're working on that. That's one of the original stuff, which we're working on recording, by the way. And so, we figured, hey, and I've known David for a long time. He didn't just start out playing fiddle and steel.
Yeah.
He was my lead guitar player back in the day. I'm showing my age again. But and so I called him up, and I didn't even know he was playing fiddle and steel guitar at the time. And, hey, man, I can play fiddle and steel now. Oh, okay, come on. So anyways, that's how this all came about.
Yeah.
So we like
love
that
it.
kind of sound.
So when you play anytime you got the whole band together, do you have your favorite? Do you kick it off with your favorite song? Is that how you kick your show off, or does it change up a lot?
Well, not necessarily our favorite, but we kick our very first song that we kick off is Clint Black.
Killing Time.
Killing Time, yeah, Killing Time. That's our very first song that we kick off. We're killing time, man.
What's the craziest? I know a lot of times country bands break loose somewhere in the set and do a rock song, or they'll break loose and do Cotton Eye Joe or the Shottish or whatever. What's that one breakaway song for you guys that's different?
You know what it is.
Play that funky music, white boy.
It's forbidden for us to speak about, but because we've done it in some crazy ways. But cocaine.
Yeah.
Eric Clapton.
Yeah.
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 That song gets turned into like a 10-minute song.
I got you.
So I really don't play on it, so I'm standing over there just.
That's your chance to go in the back and get a drink of water and have a beer or something like that. I love it. All right, let's jump back into music now. What are you going to do for us this time?
That's another song we wrote. This one's called Rubbin' Buckles.
I like it.
Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4.
I saw you through the cowboy hats when your eyes caught mine, but you quickly turned away. But girl, I saw your smile. That's when I told myself, boy, here's your chance, don't you wait too long. So I asked you to dance, and that band started playing George Strait that song, and we were rubbing buckles on that dance floor. I sure love the way you pressed your body against mine, scooting our boots around, two-stepping in that neon light. Yeah, the way you're holding on to me, girl, you've got my heart out on my sleeve. I swear it's never felt this good before, rubbing buckles on that dance floor. That song came to an end. You slowly let go of my hand, and I went back to the bar. I ordered myself a beer, and I took a drink as I turned around. That's when I saw you were smiling at me again, and we were rubbing buckles on that dance floor. I sure love the way you pressed your body against mine, scooting our boots around, two-stepping in that neon light. Yeah, the way you're holding on to me, girl, you got my heart out on my sleeve. I swear it's never felt this good before, rubbing buckles on that dance floor. I never thought when I asked you to dance, this would last all night long. Now that it's closing time, sure wish that band would play one more song. Rubbing buckles on that dance floor. I sure love the way you press your body against mine, scooting our boots around, two-stepping in that neon light. Yeah, the way you're holding on to me, girl, you got my heart out on my sleeve. I swear it's never felt this good before. Yeah, girl, I swear it's never felt this good before, rubbing buckles on that dance floor. On that dance floor. Thank you. Thank you.
All right, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to challenge you guys, because I told you I'm not a songwriter. I would love to be, but I could come up with titles or thoughts. So I'm going to throw this at you, and I'm going to challenge you two to write this song. I call it 3B, the letter B. 3B.
3B.
Buckle Bunny Baptist. Okay? I want you to write that. Buckle Bunny Baptist, the 3B.
How long do we have?
Oh, you got a year.
Okay.
I'll give you a year.
Okay. So you're going to have us on the show again in a year, and we'll have that song for you.
Write that down.
I had another great title. She Broke My Heart, So I Broke Her Jaw.
Oh,
that
yes.
was a good one, you know.
That'll land you in jail right there.
Yeah, that got me in jail for just thinking about it. But anyway, hey, when's your birthdays?
I'm not saying. October 1st,
1985.
What month is yours?
68.
December.
December?
Yes, sir.
So you have do they lump it all together? Christmas, birthday, nothing special, or?
Pretty much the whole family, except for him. Her birthday's in December too.
Oh wow!
I go broke in December.
Yeah, I bet you do. I was just fixing to say that.
Yes,
You're
December
just
is a
now
bad
kind of
month
getting
for
your
me.
credit card halfway paid off. Is that it? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we got some celebrities celebrating birthdays. Some of them are passed on, so I don't know how much celebrating they're doing. But anyway, 1917, Ella Fitzgerald, one of the great singers, was born. Al Pacino, hooah, born in 1923. Robert Frost, 1940. 1960, ex-Mrs. Kenny Chesney, Renee Zellweger, was born. 1975, Jason Lee. And we got some local birthdays today. I want to say happy birthday to a very dear friend of mine that's in the real estate business, married to a much, much older man. Happy birthday up in Whitney to Sharon Nesbitt. Happy birthday, Sharon. Lori Weber turning 54. Ryan Henry, 42. Jill Stevens, 40 years old. Megan Davis, happy birthday. Sarah Hogue turning 40. Cassie Monahan is 35. Sheena Berry having a birthday. Jeremy Wilson, 44. April Thomas, 40 years old. And that looks like about it. Happy birthday. Have a great day. Today is your day. And I've asked this. In fact, I asked the girls yesterday, do you recall one particular birthday, the gift that you got that you'll always remember? Is there one gift over your lifetime that you go, I remember that year? And everybody I've asked that are musicians have said, I got a guitar on my birthday. Did you get a guitar, or what did you get?
I sure did get a guitar.
Is there a story behind that?
Daddy always gives in, I guess. I'm
In other
going
words-
broke. I'm going broke buying instruments too.
I was going to say, you just keep going broke, don't you?
It's a good thing I make decent money.
When you got that, I mean, were you truly surprised when you got that guitar?
So this is actually a guitar that he's passing down to me. He bought this before I was born.
Oh, wow.
Yes, I've had that one for a long time.
Nice. And I've asked this too. Name. Do y'all name your guitars?
No.
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 Yeah. Of course,
That's-
the most
that's Dr.
famous.
Meany, and this is Martin, Mr. Martin.
Mr. Martin.
The most famous guitar is Willie's Trigger.
Yeah.
Trigger.
You know, name it.
We have a bunch of different guitars, so we don't really play just one all the time. So
Yeah. I love it.
And actually, he doesn't really play acoustic a lot. He plays Telecasters.
Yeah.
So.
I love it. Hey, here's the deal. We got a lot of people out of work. Maybe you're looking for a job. I know who to call, who to go see. That's my friends at Jack of All Trades Employment Services. Whether you're looking for full-time, part-time, or temporary, they're going to put you to work. Maybe you own a business and business is really good and you need employees. Reach out to Jack of All Trades. They're good people. Helen Underwood and the staff will put you to work. And you know what we say? If you need a JOB, call JOAT, Jack of All Trades Employment Services. Warren Rue and Justin here. We're going to get more music from them coming up. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Are you ready to take control of your health? At 4U Health, we believe wellness and lab testing should be accessible, inclusive, and yes, fun. With our tech-powered at-home lab test, you save time and money while feeling your best. Say goodbye to long waits and office visits. Check your health on your own terms with 4U Health. Visit 4uhealth.com today and free yourself from traditional medicine. That's the number 4uhealth.com. At Fullwell, we bring together the expertise of registered dietitians, MDs, and OBGYNs to give you the best fertility support. Our research-backed bioavailable formulas are crafted with your health in mind, ensuring the highest quality and safety. From preconception to pregnancy and beyond, we exceed industry standards with independent testing for harmful contaminants. With our comprehensive practitioner directory, personalized care is always within reach. Fullwell, your trusted partner on your fertility journey. Visit us at fullwellfertility.com. Experience the perfect blend of exquisite craftsmanship and life-changing technology with Gevi. Every product is built with precision, featuring specialized parts that ensure durability, efficiency, and safety. We put every machine through 6,000 rigorous tests to guarantee long-lasting performance. With cutting-edge technology and a commitment to energy efficiency, Gevi makes your life easier, greener, and more convenient. Upgrade your everyday with Gevi. Visit us at gevi.com to discover more. That's gevi.com.
With San, owning iconic furniture no longer requires paying a premium. We use the finest materials like Italian top-grain leather, known for its durability and luxurious feel, and apply meticulous attention to detail in every piece we create. Our replicas are crafted with the same care and precision as the originals, but a price that makes them accessible. With over 15,000 satisfied customers worldwide, we've proven that high-quality furniture doesn't have to come with a high price tag. Explore our collection today at san.com.
At Covers & All, we've revolutionized protective solutions with cutting-edge, customizable covers, tarps, and curtains. Using advanced tech fabrics that are 100% waterproof, UV tear, and abrasion resistant, we ensure lasting durability with hand-sewn double-stitch seams. Our commitment to quality, precision engineering, and customizable options is unmatched. With vertically integrated operations and express shipping, we deliver premier protection at affordable prices. Visit coversandall.com today for the perfect fit, guaranteed to last.
Protect your online privacy with NordVPN. Browse securely, access content from anywhere, and keep your data safe with military-grade encryption. Whether at home or on the go, NordVPN ensures your digital freedom. Stay secure. Download NordVPN today at nordvpn.com. That's NORDVPN.com. Elevate your experience with Grenco Science, the leaders in cutting-edge vaporizers. Whether you're at home or on the go, our sleek, powerful devices deliver smooth, consistent hits every time. Quality you can trust, innovation you can feel. Grenco Science, take your vapor game to the next level. Visit us at GrencoScience.com.
It all began with a simple idea, cutting handles off old ski sticks to create better pull-up bars. This sparked the creation of the revolutionary Angles 90 handles. After testing over 70 prototypes with 300 athletes, our patented handles were launched in 2018. We continue to push the boundaries of strength training. Join us in making your training more natural and effective. Visit Angles90.com to learn more and revolutionize your workout.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports, Pete.
Visit roguemediamusic.com for more music.
Back live, Backyard Bar, Stage and Grill. It is Friday, TGIF, our golf tournament. We carry on even though Jim's not with us anymore. We do the Zach and Jim All-American Heroes Golf Tournament May 16th and 17th. And if you have a team you would like to enter, we'd love for you to play in the tournament. For a team of 4, it's $800. Now you say, well, $800? We have not raised the price in probably 12 years. And here's what you get for the $800. You get 8 tickets to the pre-party on the Friday night out at Cottonwood Creek Golf Course. We'll have live music. We'll have food. We'll have an open bar. We'll have a great time. 8 tickets to that. And then the golf is on Saturday, and your team will be paired up with what we call a hero. You'll get to play your 5th player. Could be a general, retired from the Army, a colonel that's in the Army or Navy, or you might play with a sheriff's deputy or a police officer, because we open it up to our first responders and active and retired military. So it's a fun tournament. We have endless Bloody Marys and margaritas during the golf, beer. It's just a fun tournament. So please fill out an application and join us. Now, you're saying, man, I don't know, I just don't have $800. Well, here's your chance to win a free team. Compliments of my friends at Michelob Ultra. They're one of our sponsors, big sponsors. They have given back their team so we can give it away to someone that would like to win it. Look at the screen right now. There's a QR code there. All you got to do is scan that and fill it out. Enter to win. And we're going to have the drawing in about 10 days. So you got 10 days to sign up. If you can't, if you're not watching and you don't have a QR code up on the screen, go to roguemedianetwork.com and look for the Zack Owen Show. Scroll down, fill out an entry form. All right, do that for me. Fun tournament. Zach and Jim All-American Heroes Golf Tournament benefits the Chris Kyle American Valor Foundation. Speaking of sports, we're going to go over to Scotty. I got to put my headphones on so I can hear everything. I'm interested to hear what Scotty has to say about sports. Scotty, how you doing, buddy?
Zach, I'm okay. How are you?
I'm doing fantastic. It's Friday. What more could you ask for? Got a great father-son singers on stage over here. What more can you ask for?
Well, there's a great father-son duo in the NFL who were disappointed last night.
Uh-oh. That's crazy.
Yeah, Shadur Sanders unpicked, so he goes into tonight, and a lot of mystery around where he might end up.
Do you remember the movie with Kevin Costner? Was it called Draft Day?
Yes.
You know, it's kind of the same type thing. You know, that guy that everybody thought he was going to go number one, and it didn't happen, you know?
Oh, it happens all the time, frequently. Like, people forget Aaron Rodgers plummeted in the draft. Lamar Jackson a few years ago plummeted in the draft. Sometimes we evaluate these guys, I think, almost too much on things that don't matter. You know, he was the best quarterback in the class 2 months ago, and somehow he's now fallen out of the first round. So,
all right, let's talk about that somehow. I know you guys get to talking, Zach and Pete and everybody. What's your opinion? Why?
I think there's a lot of questions about, like, is he entitled? Fair or unfair? I think that's a conversation that's happening. He's very confident. You can say that about him. He's a very confident kid. And is it too much? Can he handle an NFL locker room? Can he lead an NFL locker room? And then, frankly, Zach, like, this is true. We know this. This is a weak quarterback class. Even Cam Ward, who went number one last night, I think is the best story in football right now. He might have been the fourth quarterback last season. Next season's quarterback class is supposed to be even stronger. And so there's a lot of folks saying, you know, in another year, Shadur would have been a second or third round pick. And so I think it's a combination of those two things. The teams just weren't willing to take a swing last night.
All right, tonight is another round, right?
Two more, second and third tonight.
What do you think? Who are some of the names, some of the teams that are going to make a move maybe?
I don't know about moves. The Browns have the first and the fourth pick tonight. So with all the Deshaun Watson drama, they could be in the market for Shadur Sanders. I think Pete's got a theory that the Raiders might be in the Shadur sweepstakes. We'll hear from him on that. I still wonder, and I said this about the first round, but it's evident that the Cowboys made a smart decision last night. I still wonder if he's there when the Cowboys pick in round two.
Yeah.
Like, at what point can Jerry just not resist the money, the jersey sales and the ticket sales and the drama on TV? Like,
yeah, Mr. Showman. Yeah, that's crazy. What else are we talking about today and over the weekend?
Man, today it's almost entirely draft talk. So we'll talk Shadur. I'll talk a little Cam Ward. I think Cam Ward represents to me the best of Texas high school football, and these kids that, you know, he's from West Columbia, 3,000 people in that town, zero-star recruit, number one overall pick in the NFL draft. And he's just the latest of many stories like that out of Texas. So I think it's a great story for our state and the football here. We'll talk about that. We'll talk with Cam Stewart. Get his reaction to some of the draft stuff, and get ready for, you know, a big weekend, Friday and Saturday. A lot more players to go. We'll see what Baylor players go this weekend. There's a couple that might get picked late.
Yeah, I was going to ask you about that. That's exciting for those guys over there. Hey, have a great weekend. Enjoy the show today, and we'll talk again on Monday.
Yes, sir, Zach. Thanks.
All right, bye-bye. Scotty with Pete Sousa's show comes up right after my show at 10 o'clock, talking sports. A great show, talking all about the drafts. Are either one of you guys big NFL football fans? Follow the Cowboys or anybody?
I don't really follow football.
Yeah?
No.
Well, you know, the draft going on, and what we were talking about is the big talk of Deion Sanders' son. He didn't go in the first round, and everybody thought he would. So that's big mystery going on over there. You know, so many musicians. You're not the first. So many musicians I've asked about sports. They go, I really don't follow sports. You know why? Because they're doing what you're doing. You're thinking about writing songs. You're thinking about playing. And I told this story, and I know I probably repeat myself a lot, but it's a good story. I had a chance to meet before anybody knew who Taylor Swift. Love her, hate her, she's very talented, okay? Worth $1 bazillion, all right? I got a phone call from a record rep, said, hey, we got this new singer, Taylor Swift. Can we bring her by the radio station in Waco? Okay. Taylor Swift shows up with her mother, and they walk in. She had just released the song Tim McGraw. Nobody's playing it. We weren't playing it. Nobody were playing it. You know, who writes a song about Tim McGraw? Anyway, so I get to talking to her, and I said, man, you're tall. You play volleyball? You play basketball? And here's the point of the story. She said, no, sir. Since I was a little kid, all I've done is think about writing songs. And that's a person that is super dedicated and knows what they want out of life. And I think that's what, I mean, it runs through the musician community.
Yes, sir. Well, don't get me wrong. Growing up for him was baseball. We were a baseball family from a little T-ball on up through high school.
Right.
So he was a baseball player.
All right, Dad, tell me, was he a good player?
Yes, he was really good.
Yeah?
He was really good, yes.
What position?
Catcher mostly, right?
Yeah.
Did some pitching. Not much on the outfield, but he was a hell of a excuse me, can you say that?
Oh, yeah, you can say anything you want.
He was a really good catcher. So that ended up being his main position. So he could swing the bat pretty good too.
Good. Yeah. Well, hopefully you caught any of the shows last week. My whole week was baseball week. I had ex-Major League Baseball players on the show every day, and one of them, in fact, was a catcher, but most of them are pitchers that I had. But, yeah, baseball, great. And you just kind of walk away from it now? Do you watch baseball, Justin?
I watch it every once in a while. I like to go to minor league games over at Round Rock Express.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, that's great. All right, let's get back to some music. Before we do that, I know you said something about you got a sponsor you want to mention?
Yes, sir. I want to give a big thanks to Iron Oak Apparel. They actually sent everybody in the band a couple of their new Western polos.
Cool.
They're Pearl Snap polos, and they're really nice. They're real soft.
Oh, wait a minute. They're Pearl Snap polos. That's cool.
Yes, sir.
Yep. New thing.
Do you know anything about the company, where they're out of?
I know they're local. They just put up a new storefront out in Schulenburg, Texas.
Right.
So if you're out in that area, stop on by and pick you up some clothes.
And what's the name again?
Iron Oak Apparel.
Iron Oak Apparel.
Yes, sir.
Sounds great. All right. Well, thanks, man. Let's jump into another song.
All right. Okay, so we're going to slow it down just a little bit right now. This one right here is called You Got That Kind of Lovin'. I can see you're dropping hints. Yeah, I hope I'm reading them right. 'Cause if I am, I'm gonna get lucky tonight. I love it when you act like this. You give me that look, a little smile and a kiss, and you're driving me crazy. You're turning me on, playing my heartstrings like a slow country love song. You're driving me wild, can't take it no more. The way you let your dress fall slowly to the floor. Yeah, you're really something. I mean, you're really something. You got that kind of loving. You take my hand and lead me down the hall to our bedroom. You know what I like,
You know what I want, you know exactly what to do. The anticipation is killing me. Yeah, girl, I just can't hardly wait. You're driving me crazy. You're turning me on, playing my heartstrings like a slow country love song. You're driving me wild, can't take it no more. The way you let your dress fall slowly to the floor. Yeah, you're really something. I mean, you're really something. You got that kind of loving. Got that kind of loving. Drive me crazy. You turning me on, playing my heartstrings like a slow country love song. You're driving me wild, can't take it no more. The way you let your dress fall slowly to the floor. Yeah, you're really something. No, I mean, you're really something. You got that kind of loving. You got that kind of loving. I can see your dropping hands. Yeah, I hope I'm reading them right. Thank you, thank you.
I like that one. You know, after 47 years in radio, so many times I'll listen to local singers that write a song like that, and automatically, I don't know why, I start thinking, well, what big name can I picture singing that song? And two jump out. When I first started hearing that song, Brooks and Dunn, I could see Ronnie Dunn singing the heck out of that.
Yep.
And Shenandoah.
Oh, yes.
Either one of those would blow that song away. I mean, not that you don't blow it away, but I'm just saying that's the first thing that comes to my mind.
Yes, sir.
Great song. Great song.
Thank you.
Hey, I want to mention a couple of things before we get back to the last song and information from the guys over here, Justin and Warren. But I want to remind everybody that trip number 46 of the Zach and Jim Travel Club is going to be coming up May 11th of next year. So you got just over a year to plan. We're going to do 7 day, 6-night, all-inclusive, beautiful new resort in Turks and Caicos. So if you'd like to travel with us, we'd love for you to go on that vacation with Alan Samuels, House of Travel. The end of June, we should be getting information price, but I promise you, price-wise is going to be great for this all-inclusive trip. Hey, you know, after I leave this show, my full-time job is real estate with Waco Realtors, the Eastland Group. And one of my fellow realtors with my friends at Waco is Marlena, and Marlena has an incredible home. If you're looking to live in a knockdown, gorgeous home, over 1 acre of land, beautiful home. It's over 3,200 square feet. It over an acre, 4-bedroom. The picture is on your screen right now. This is a gorgeous home. Reach out to Marlena over at the Eastland Group, Waco Realtors, and she'll be happy to show you this house. And just beautiful. It's in Waxahachie, by the way, not too far up the road. Waxahachie, really, really nice neighborhood there. All right, one other thing, Mike's Car Care. Got to talk to you about this. Mike's Car Care, auto repair and service, located over on Sanger Avenue. You're always looking for somebody you can trust to work on your car, truck, SUV. Well, trust my friends at Mike's Car Care, Sanger Avenue. Here's the number, 732-1202. 732-1202. Brake jobs, alignments, transmission overhauls, just an oil change. They can do it all with Mike's Car Care. They're good folks, and I appreciate them being a sponsor. As I mentioned, next week all the musicians got a great lineup. But one thing I didn't mention is I don't know if I should use the word politician, but next week we'll be having people that are running for different seats around the county and outside the county, whether it be for mayor, whether it be for school board, whatever it might be. We're going to have them from all over, from Woodway, Waco, Lorena, on and on. So here's your chance. If you are running for an office of any kind, it's a chance for free advertising. We'd love to have you on the show next week. Reach out to Rogue Media or reach out to me, and we'll put you on. It's not going to be like a debate. We'll just get to know you and chit-chat just a bit. So that's all next week. All right, Warren Rue, guys, you got any gigs, any shows coming up in the near future you might want to talk about?
So we got an acoustic gig this evening, or tomorrow evening, Jerry's Place in Academy. And then May 3rd, we'll be out at Mike's Place in Marlin. May 16th, we'll be playing the Pistons on the Creek Car Show in downtown Belton.
Oh, wow.
Yes, sir.
That'll be great. Is it full band?
Yes, sir. Those two are May 3rd and May 16th.
Hey, guys, I just want to say thank you so very much for taking the time to drive over and be on the show. You guys are super talented. I can't wait to hear the whole band.
Yes, sir.
We appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you, Zach.
Great job. All right, you're going to play us out. Take us out to the end of the show. Which one have you picked to do?
Okay, so we're going to do one called Full Texas Moon. We're in the process of recording this one, actually, and hopefully we can get it out and maybe get it on Texas radio or something, So, anyways, it goes a little something like this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. You had tears falling down from your eyes, and I said some things to you. I couldn't swallow my pride. And girl, I hope you know that ain't how I really feel inside. 'Cause you were everything to me. That was a painful goodbye. I didn't mean to make you cry. I didn't mean to make you hurt inside. Girl, I was a damn fool. So tell you what I'm gonna do to try to make it up to you. And I don't even think that the stars were mine if I gave you that full Texas moon. Yeah, the way I feel about you, and girl, it just can't be denied. I want you and I need you, girl, I've got to have you right here by my side. I didn't mean to make you cry. I didn't mean to make you hurt inside. Girl, I was a damn fool. So tell you what I'm gonna do to try to make it up to you. No, I don't even think the stars were mine if I gave you that full
Texas moon, girl, I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make it right. Even if I gotta steal you that moon right out of that Texas sky. I didn't mean to make you cry. I didn't mean to make you hurt inside. Girl, I was a damn fool. So tell you what I'm gonna do to try to make it up to you. No, I don't even think the stars are mine. If I gave you, girl, I'm gonna give you that full Texas moon. Thank you.
Keep the music playing.